Big numbers are coming out of the battlefield once again. Russia's Ministry of Defense has announced that in just the past 24 hours, its forces have eliminated 1,340 Ukrainian soldiers. Alongside these losses, Russia claims to have destroyed Ukrainian equipment, command posts, and other strategic assets. But what does this number mean? How reliable are such claims? And how does this fit into the bigger picture of the war in Ukraine? On September 6, 2025, the Russian Defense Ministry released its daily battlefield report. According to Moscow, the heaviest fighting took place across 6 main directions: north, west, south, center, east, and the Dnipro sector. The ministry's breakdown suggested hundreds of Ukrainian casualties in each of these areas, adding up to a staggering 1,340 in a single day. In addition, Russia says Ukrainian tanks, armored vehicles, artillery systems, and drone bases were destroyed. Those were the ministry's claims. Now, why do such claims matter for Russia? These daily reports serve multiple purposes. 1. Military signaling, demonstrating strength to Ukraine and NATO. 1. Domestic narrative, convincing the Russian public that the war is going well. 1. Psychological warfare, attempting to demoralize Ukrainian troops and society. Large casualty figures like this claim of 1,340 deaths are not just battlefield statistics, they're also tools of information warfare. This brings us to the big question: can these numbers be independently confirmed? The short answer is no. Independent observers, Western media, and even Ukrainian officials rarely accept Russian claims at face value. Similarly, Ukrainian announcements of Russian losses are also often impossible to verify. For example, Ukraine regularly reports destroying dozens of Russian tanks or shooting down waves of drones, while Russia emphasizes high Ukrainian casualties. Both sides exaggerate to boost morale and shape global perceptions. To understand the significance of Russia's claim, let's step back. The war has entered a grinding phase, with both sides exchanging heavy fire across entrenched positions. Daily casualty numbers fluctuate widely depending on offensives, drone strikes, or artillery duels. Russia has consistently reported Ukrainian losses in the range of 500 to 1,500 soldiers per day over the past year. If accurate, such losses would mean Ukraine is suffering attrition at a scale difficult to sustain. But again, these figures remain contested and may be inflated. So how does Ukraine react to such reports? Kyiv usually does not directly respond to Russia's daily numbers. Instead, Ukraine highlights its own successes, like drone strikes inside Russian territory, downing aircraft, or destroying Russian logistics hubs. Ukraine's Ministry of Defense often dismisses Russian casualty reports as propaganda designed to exaggerate Moscow's battlefield achievements. Beyond the battlefield, these announcements play into the global narrative. Western nations watch casualty numbers closely when deciding on aid packages. Russia wants to portray Ukraine as bleeding heavily, hoping to weaken Western resolve. At the same time, Ukraine emphasizes resilience to keep international support strong. In short, casualty claims are not just about soldiers on the ground, they're about shaping the war of perception across Europe, America, and beyond. So, did Russia really eliminate 1,340 Ukrainian soldiers in just 24 hours? The truth is, we may never know for sure. What we do know is that both sides are locked in a brutal war of attrition, where not just weapons but numbers, reports, and narratives are all part of the fight. As always, the reality on the ground is likely far more complex than the numbers suggest.